Hey y'all, it's Michael. Disregard the cicadas. It is summertime here in Georgia. For this video, I'm gonna be doing like a wrap up almost. It's gonna be like my recent reads, the books that I have been currently reading. And so I've been filming clips throughout the past few days. And so here they are. I just wanted to talk to y'all about a book that I just recently finished, and that's A Different Drummer by William Melvin Kelly. So my friend bought me this book during MomoCon because we went to a black-owned coffee shop and they had this little section where it was like full of like black authors. And then out of all the books there, this was the one I was like, I've never heard of this author at all. And so I was like, I took a shot and I was like, let me just try it. And y'all, this book was incredible. I loved it so much. According to what I quickly searched online, Kelly is just compared to his colleagues at the time, he just isn't as well known. But around the literary circles, they say that he is really well known. And yeah, I ain't gonna lie, I didn't know that much about him. But this story is really interesting because just the way that it's, for me as reading it, it was very trippy. This book is about a town in the South. All of a sudden, the black people just start to leave. That's it. See, here's the thing. I don't want to give too much away because it's very satirical, and part of the way that the story delivers and like how the story unfolds is that aha moment, and it's just so awesome. We actually follow the story, and we get different points of perspective as all the black people just start leaving this town through the white people. So this was trippy to me. Kelly is this black author, right? And every time I kept reading, I just kept thinking that the characters were black. But then I was like, oh wait, no, it's not, because the things that they would say and things that they would do, I was like, oh no, it wouldn't be at the time. It doesn't go with the time period. And I was like, oh, this is so wild. And it is done effectively so well. Like, the writing changes depending on who the character is, because sometimes it's in first person, sometimes it's in third person, sometimes it's in epistolary, so it's written in letters, and sometimes it's like the journal entries. All of these different type of writing styles mesh really well together, and it makes this just really good story overall. All the characters are really interesting, and there are so many surprises, especially towards the end. I was like, oh my gosh, I get it. I'm gonna talk about this very vaguely because I don't want to give too much away, because again, it just doesn't really tell you so much in the back. There is a part in here where it tells you that the white people got so scared because all of a sudden this black man who's been working so long for this family just comes into the town, gets a whole bunch of salt, sprinkles his land with salt, right? Just sprinkles his land with salt, goes outside, gets a shotgun to shoot up all his animals, burns his own house down that from the white people that he was working for, and he leaves. And we start to see this mass exodus of just black people leaving the town. Now, if you know a little bit about history, it's not that much like of a mystery of what is happening. It's obviously a symbolism for the Great Migration, so that's what's going on. But within this, it has so many great gems, nuances that Kelly is able to portray in this, because I was like, oh my, like my mind just kept being, I was like, oh my god, this is good. I was just the whole time I kept reading it, and after each and every single chapter, I'm like, oh my god, this is so good, it's so good, and it keeps building up. And towards the end, while it gets very real on what how black people were treated back then, it also has this like hope because of what happens to a certain character, because it's obvious that this character is meant to symbolize a certain predominantly black figure. And I was like, oh my god, it was so good. I would highly recommend it. Actually really excited to check out his other books, because in the back of here, it actually they are drawing like comparisons to James Joyce and William Faulkner. And then when I saw like trying to look up about Kelly, some people were mentioning him to Baldwin, and I can definitely see it, because I think this book, especially this is like a debut novel, stand to toe with those authors. I was like, oh my god, I loved it so much. I think this is great. I would highly recommend it. So yeah, if you read this story or any of his works, let me know. I would love to hear your thoughts. Alright, I currently just finished Charlie and the Chocolate Factory by Roald Dahl. I'm just slowly but surely, just trying to go through my personal library and like read some of the current books that I just recently purchased. I bought this like a few months ago in Atlanta, and I was like, you know what? I just want to read something quick, short, and to the point. Why not? This, I'm sure you obviously know what the story is about. It is about Charlie, who basically gets one of the golden tickets to go to the chocolate factory owned by Willy Wonka. This is a very well-known story, and actually I have never read the novel before. And you know what? It was exactly as I thought it was going to be. There are several adaptations of this novel. I think there's two main movies that I can come to my head right away. The one with Gene Simmons, and then the other one with Johnny Depp. And each one of them does change something a little bit different wise. Just because special effects, I guess you could say. Overall, you know what? I like this. This is very typical Roald Dahl. I read his other novels before, obviously, and I enjoyed them. The Big Friendly Giant, Matilda. One thing that I found that I didn't enjoy as much as this is the illustrations. I don't know where this was published within the timeline of Dahl's publication, because the drawings don't seem as good as I didn't enjoy the drawings as well as like those other stories, and I was like, I don't know, it just wasn't my preferred art, I guess you could say. The cover design of this is like very pretty. This Penguins edition is really cool. All right, the other story that I finished is The Secret Lives of Church Ladies by Disha Filia. Now, full disclosure, I actually started and finished a short story collection review of this. Like I filmed the introduction, I filmed a section for each and every single story, and I was like on it. But then at the end, as I was looking through the footage and whatnot, I was like, I'm kind of saying the same things over and over again, and I was just like, I don't think I'm gonna post this. And that is something quite frequent, in case y'all don't know. That's probably why I don't have a lot of videos now. Like I will film, I will look at it and I'll be like, this isn't feeling right for me, so I will just scrap the whole thing. And that's just me as a film editor, as a filmmaker, as a video maker. I will cut it if it's not necessary. Overall, at the end, I did like it. Centers around this relationship between these women, and then also like how church is perceived differently, because each character perceives, especially faith and religion, in conjunction with their lives. Like we get to see that as a reader. My favorite I would probably have to say, and I think it's the highlight, is probably Peach Cobbler. I really like that, and it has a very nice surprise. And you know what? Jael was pretty good too. Jael, I did enjoy that one. I think the thing with this is, for me, is that while I love the variety of the characters, as a short story collection overall, it feels very samey, if that makes any sense. Because from the short story collections that I can think of that are like just like wow, there is a difference, if that makes sense. There is a difference in the way, not only like the writing style, but like the vibe, or I guess the je ne sais quoi about it. That as if I'm reading from the front panel from the first story to the end, that there is something like just something different, I guess you could say. Hard for me to explain it because it's like one of those things where it's like an experience type of situation. But overall, I did enjoy the short story collection, and I would recommend it. Also for this, I thought I would let y'all know the books that I am currently reading and hoping to read soon. And then that way you'll have some context on what the next video will be. Y'all, them cicadas are wild right now. First, let me talk about our book for Read So Lit here for July. We will be having a live show on July 30th, so make sure you come and check us out. And that's The Three Musketeers by Alexander Dumas. This edition is translated by Richard Pevier. Yes, come join us. Am I behind? Yes, but I will catch up. It is such a fun, adventurous book. I'm really enjoying it. So yeah, come join us. Make sure you might be able to catch up, actually, low-key. But yeah, it's so much fun. So yeah, come and join us. Leave all the information down below. And also, if you want, you can catch our halfway video. It's on Dee Dee's channel. So yeah, come check it out. Oh wait, on her on her bookstagram. So yeah, come check us out. All right, the other book that I decided to read along with this, and I don't know why, this is probably why I'm behind, is because I was reading other books and playing video games. What else is new? And that's Duck's Newberry Report by Lucy Ellman. It's huge. This is amazing. I'm gonna let y'all know now, this is amazing, incredible, fantastic. All the adjectives, all the accolades. There's a reason why this won, and it is incredible. I am loving it so much. It has so much of what I love books about. It is really great. I'm really enjoying it. And surprisingly, even though it's really long, I'm reading it super fast because in the cadence when I read, there's like rhythms that I see or like hear in my head. And this one, since it's all one long sentence, it's just going super fast. So this is basically about a woman in the Midwest, and we're just basically following her life and her thoughts. It's a stream of consciousness, one long sentence. It's great. I love it. I'll have more thoughts when I finish it, or even I'm like delve deep into it. But man, I'm really enjoying this. For the next few books, I'm wanting to get a shorter one because I mean this is huge as it is. So I'm gonna go to the library and just go randomly pick out some books, some short ones, and we'll see, and we'll go from there. So yes, until then, I'll see you guys till next time. Make sure you join us on our live show. Bye.